And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom, the understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord.
So he has the Spirit, wisdom, understanding, counsel, is getting proper advice, might, strength, Spirit of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord. When you're moving in unison with the Most High, that's what he gives you, right? So we all understand that. Now we know Adam, for all the great things he was given, he lacked some things, right? So I can't 100% say if Adam was moving perfect in the spirit, because at the end of the day, if you're moving perfect in the spirit, you're not gonna sin. But just to kind of establish the role of Adam on the earth, the Most High gave him his whole purpose, which was to serve others, to keep the Lord's garden, to attend, to rule over other nations, and move in righteousness and be an example for them to follow, correct?
Correct.
But what happened in this same chapter, because the Most High did this after the seventh day, right? During the perfect day on the Shabbat, where he rested from his perfect work, which was a sanctified day. What was still going through the Most High's mind that he wanted to do?
I guess you could say form Eve.
Form Eve. But what was the role for him forming Eve?
To give the man a helper.
To give him a helper. Why? Let's read it. Go to verse 18.
2 and 18.
Yeah, we're in Genesis 2. So just go to verse 18.
Okay.
I got it. It says, and Yahawah, the power said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
So it says he's not what?
That he shouldn't be alone.
No, it says it is not good that he be alone. Now, who's saying this?
For the man to be alone.
So if the Most High is saying it, is he lying?
No.
He's not lying. So even though Adam had the law, Adam had rulership, Adam had dominion, Adam had his purpose, the Most High still felt there was something missing from him, right? I'm not saying that Adam wasn't moving according to the Most High, because the Most High literally had him be in that role. That was his whole purpose. So he was moving in unison with the Most High, but it said it was not good. Let's look at the definition of good according to the Hebrew. It says it's not pleasant, it's not excellent, good, glad, happy, purpose. So
yeah, no problem, man. My bad.
So essentially, the Most High said that Adam, there was something with Adam that he needed Eve in order for him to reach another level when you really think about it. Because it's not something good for him to be by himself. Literally, that's what he said. It's not pleasant for him to be by himself. Now, could Adam still move by himself?
What do you mean, could he move by himself?
Like, could he still live by himself?
Yeah.
Well, it says it's not pleasant that he lived.
I'm not saying that it's not pleasant. I'm just asking, could he do it? Like, wasn't he living without her before?
Con.
Yeah, he knows.
Wasn't Yahawashi moving without a woman?
Con.
So I'm not sitting here saying that if a man becomes a eunuch or a man doesn't, pursue like a woman in his life, or women in his life, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm helping brothers understand the whole point and purpose for a woman in a man's life. You hear a lot of things online about, men are better off alone, that, men don't need women, you just need women for a nut. I mean, obviously, y'all brothers know a lot of women say the same thing, but what was the whole purpose of the woman on this earth?
To serve the man.
To serve the man, but deeper than that.
To be a helper.
Deeper than that.
To represent the man?
Read verse 18. What was the whole purpose? It was to support and to help, but the first thing he said, it's not good. So when a man had a woman, there was goodness brought to his life. Because the Most High said it was not good that he didn't have a woman, so he gave the man the woman so there could be an added level of goodness and pleasure into his life. Does that make sense? So when you understand the function of a woman in your life, that's what causes brothers to feel a certain type of way if they don't have it. Because in the Most High's perfect design of creating man, there was still something that was missing, which was having a woman. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got any questions on that?
No.
All right, so I mean, obviously, brothers, as we've gotten older, we've gotten a greater level of understanding in life. We've learned to kind of move forward and understand, why the Most High put us where He put us. We also have to come to that understanding of this. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7. Let me see.
7 and what?
You can go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 26.
26, okay.
All right.
I'll go ahead and read it.
Uh,
And I find more bitter than death And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Yeah, so this is also talking about the nature of the woman and how there is a lot of bitterness. Her heart can be as snares, her hands can be as bands, meaning a trap, especially if you have the wrong woman. Now, what land do we live in currently today?
Babylon.
So what's specific about Babylon is happening right now in relation to what we're talking about?
All the ideals that these women adhere to, like feminism and
Single
gay
mothers.
rights, all the other stuff.
Exactly. So a lot of women are moving according to ways of the world, ideas of the world, philosophies of the world, and they're not moving in their true essence on how the Most High created them. So, obviously y'all brothers have been in the faith for however long, and you guys are gaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But what do most brothers typically not find in that period of time?
A woman.
A woman. A lot of brothers don't find a woman. Now, why is that?
Because they're not aligned with the Most High.
That's one of them. Yeah, they may not be aligned with the Most High. What else?
They don't have enough understanding how to deal with them.
May not know how to deal with them. Okay. What else?
For themselves.
Say that last part again. I forgot. What'd you say?
I said they may not have understanding on how to properly deal with themselves, like in regards to emotional regulation,
Right.
their bad habits.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And what's one of the main reasons why they haven't found a woman, bro?
Because they're not aligned with the Most High.
You already said that. What's one of the main things that
Because most dudes they just sit on their ass all day.
I mean, that's true, but what else? What about the guys who don't sit on their ass?
They see women in a negative light, or in a negative way.
Yeah, but what specifically does the scripture speak about when it comes to finding a woman? Here, bro. I'll make it easier for you. Go to Proverbs 31. And then go to verse 10.
All right, it says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies."
All right, stop. So, why do most men not find women? Find a woman?
For a virtuous woman, because they're just hard to find.
They're hard to find. They're hard to find. They're hard to find. Who can find her? It's a rhetorical question. Most men will not find her. You see what I mean? How many men find rubies on the ground? How many men find rubies at their job? So you have to understand that finding the woman that the Most High aligned for you to move in this perfect unity is extremely rare. And it all kind of encapsulates back to what you said, because one, you may not be in alignment with the Most High. That's something that I'm not saying it takes time, because once you understand and you're covered by the blood of Yahawashi Mashiach, you're in alignment. But it's different from walking in sanctification and growing in the Word. Another thing you said, you don't understand and have the knowledge of the woman. I mean, you can't get that without what?
The Most High.
without experience, right?
Yeah.
How can you understand something if you don't have any experience in dealing with it? Another thing, you don't understand yourself, because the woman is meant to do what?
Be a reflection of yourself.
It's meant to be a what?
Be a reflection of yourself.
A reflection of yourself. So if you don't know yourself, what is the woman going to reflect?
You're gonna reflect yourself.
It's going to reflect yourself, which is confusion. If you don't know who you are, you're confused. So if you're going to find a woman, she's going to do nothing but give you confusion. That's why a lot of guys don't have a woman who's in order. A lot of guys don't have a woman who's disciplined, doesn't have a woman, you know, he's willing to trust, because he may not even trust them things in himself. So those are a lot of things that not only allow you to find the right woman, but prepare you for the right woman, right? And that's a part of being able to receive. In order for you to receive, you have to make yourself ready for it, right? And then also you have to have a level of discernment to be able to understand the wicked woman from the righteous woman. So understanding that the woman was created to be a goodness to the man, that a lot of women are wicked, and that it's very hard to find a virtuous woman, what does that leave that man?
In confusion?
Nah, not necessarily.
Repeat it again?
So the woman is created to be in unison with a man. Most women aren't capable of doing that. And finding that woman is very hard to find. So when you combine those three things, what does that leave the man at?
I don't know.
If a man is supposed to have something in his life but he can't find it, what does that usually, how does he feel about that? If you're out and you're trying to find money and you're working hard for money but you can't find it, what does that usually, how does that make you feel?
Unfulfillment.
You feel like you're lacking something. You feel like you're needing something. You feel like you want something in your life, but for whatever reason, you can't find it. Because the Most High has something built within you that aligns with the perfect woman, or aligns with the right woman in your life. So a lot of brothers are dealing with this longing and this wanting to be with the woman, because again, the woman has certain characteristics that allow a man to be happy. Let's go to we can go to Sirach. Off the top of my head, let me see. I think it was Sirach 37.
Oh, I'm already on there.
Yeah, you already beat me to it. Is it 37? Nah, it's not 37. It's I think it's Sirach 28. Okay, 26. Sirach 26. You can start at 1, you can read down through 3.
Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. A good wife in a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
So these are some of the blessings that a virtuous woman brings into a man's life, you know. I know a lot of brothers be like, oh yeah, no, if a woman's with me, she's gonna get X and Y and Z, which is true, but a woman's gonna reciprocate, you know, bringing peace, bringing a good portion. Again, the word good portion, fulfilling that goodness that the man wants from having a woman in his life, you see? So when you understand these things and you understand the role of the woman, and when you're reading, because it's one thing to not understand it because you're in the world and you're watching these videos, dudes is talking about a woman is this, a woman is that, woman, I get it. So in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, women ain't shit, they ain't worth nothing, da 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 da. But how does it feel for brothers like you, where you're reading and you understand the blessing of what a virtuous woman can give you? Like, how does it make you feel inside?
Enlightened.
It makes you feel enlightened, but what else does it make you feel?
Desire.
Yeah, you want it. Yeah, you want it, bro. If you learning about the kingdom, you want the kingdom. Who wouldn't want to live eternally in unison with the Most High? Especially when the Most High shows you His blessing in a small, I don't know, like Him just doing something for you, and you feel the Spirit on you. Can you imagine being in a kingdom? So how much more when you're reading stories or seeing online about a man who found a good woman, you want it. That's just because that's literally how the Most High, when He created you, the woman was meant to come and complete within you. Does that make sense? So essentially, you are longing, you are wanting a woman. And what most brothers do is they either try to deny it, they try to suppress it, they try to hide it, they try to do all these different things to get rid of that emotion, compared to understanding and trusting in the will of the Most High. That's why some brothers get into lust. That's why some brothers start dealing with harlots. That's why some brothers deal with women on an earthly or a carnal level, because they're constantly seeking that fulfillment that they feel that a woman is going to give them. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's another thing brothers need to understand when it comes to finding this type of woman? How does it happen?
How does it happen?
Yeah, the strip away all the extra stuff, strip away the tactics, strip away the going out, approaching, strip away meeting them through a friend. At the end of the day, to find a good woman, what has to happen?
You have to have faith.
Okay, but before you have faith, what has to happen? Because you have to have faith in what?
That you'll be able to get one.
But can you get it on your own?
No.
So what has to happen?
You have to pray for one.
I mean, you have to pray for one, yeah, but what has to happen for you to get it?
You have to go for it.
No, what has to happen, bro? In order for you to get a woman, what has to happen? Here, we'll go to Proverbs 18 and 32.
Hold on. Say Proverbs 18 and 32.
Maybe not 32. 22, actually.
Um, 18, 22?
Yeah, chapter 18, verse 22.
Whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord.
So obtaining favor of the Lord, what does that mean?
Taking a liking?
Nah, that's not what it means. I know what you're talking about, but nah, it doesn't mean that. When someone shows you favor, what does it mean they're doing for you?
Putting the Most High first.
Nah, favor is not. Nah, when someone does a favor for you, what are they doing?
They're choosing to do it.
Yeah, they're choosing to do it. They're blessing you with it. Like, they're just giving you something that most people may not get. Like, most people don't do favors most people don't even do favors, or they don't do it out the kindness of their heart. But some people genuinely give you a favor because they take a liking to you. You know, they want to give it to you for whatever reason. So oftentimes a lot of brothers don't even understand this, but obtaining the woman that is meant for you is from the Most High.
It's given to you.
It's given to you by the Most High. So in order for you to get the woman, the Most High has to give it to you. Now, again, going back into what we said about receiving, you obviously have to prepare your heart for it. Because if, like you said, you're praying for it, you're doing all these things for it, but you're not truly ready for it, what's going to happen if the Most High allows you to come across your path?
It'll destroy you.
It may not necessarily destroy you. It may not necessarily destroy you, but it's more than likely not going to come into fruition. You see what I'm saying? You may not be ready for it. You may not have an understanding on how to deal with it, like Dak says. You may not have an understanding on your own life and how she fits in it. So essentially, bro, you have this longing, you have a want to be with a woman on a deeper level, but a lot of brothers, they just, for whatever reason, they can't They just don't have it yet, whatever it may be. So if you're in that situation, what do you have to know and understand in order for you to move through that want or that longing for a woman?
You have to see where you fall short.
It's not really about falling short, because who's the most perfect example of righteousness?
Yahawashi.
Did he have a woman? In
No.
a physical sense, no. In a spiritual sense, he had the church. But in a physical sense, he didn't have a woman. Does that mean that he fell short in the eyes of the Lord just because he didn't have a woman?
No.
So what does that show you about whether you have a woman in your life or not?
They still have the Most High.
Yeah, because how are you perfect in the eyes of the Lord? By having a woman?
No.
Nah. Let's do this. Go to Matthew 5:48.
So Matthew 5:48.
Yeah.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
So what does it mean to be perfect?
To be perfect.
Yeah, what does it mean to be perfect in the eyes of the Lord?
To be as Yahawashi was.
To move as Yahawashi. Now, can you be as Yahawashi?
No.
Never in perfection, right? But why are you still seen as perfect? Was David perfect?
In the eyes of the Most High?
No, I'm asking, was David perfect?
No, but
In his deeds, no. But like you said, before the Most High, was he perfect?
Yes.
Why?
Because he followed after the Most High.
Yeah, he had a
With
heart
all the
likened
verse. Hold
unto
on,
the
man.
Most High, right? Let's get that real
Mhm.
quick. I think it's in 1 Samuel. I don't know off the top. Y'all know the scripture where it says David's heart was aligned with the Most High? Or it was a likened to the Most High? I forgot.
I don't know, it could be in First Samuel.
I know it's in that one. I just don't remember specifics. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 1 Samuel 13 and 14.
But now thy kingdom shall continue. The Lord hath sought him a man after his own heart, and Yahawah hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahawah commanded thee.
Yeah, so Saul, obviously, he wasn't in line with the Most High. He didn't move according to the tenets and the instructions of the Most High. He would oftentimes do his own thing. David was prophesied as a man who would be after the heart of the Most High. So while David was imperfect in deeds and is recorded through 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, he was still seen as perfect. Just like how Yahawashi said, be perfect as your Father which is in heaven. Because when you have your mind and your heart aligned with the Most High, you will be seen as perfect. Now, when you're perfect, what does that allow you to be able to sit with? If you're perfect in the eyes of the Lord, if you're moving align and you're aligning your spirit with the Most High, what does that stop you from doing in the flesh?
Sin.
I mean, you're still gonna sin. You know, you try not to, but you may still sin here and there. I mean, David sinned even though his mind was likened to the Most High, so that's not necessarily the case. Although you are gonna stop from sinning, which makes sense. But I'm not talking about from like a sin or a deed perspective. I'm talking about from a longing or a spiritual perspective. When you're walking in perfection with the Most High, what does that
You're gonna stop wanting the desires of the flesh.
to a certain level? Because you still want to live a nice life. You still want to get money. I don't know anybody on this earth who said they don't want money. Do you want money, bro?
Do I want money?
Yeah, do you want money in life, or do you want to never have any money?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad to have money.
So you want money then, right?
Right, yeah.
You want good health, right?
Con.
You want a place to rest your head. You want a car, right? Is there anything wrong with one of those things?
No, there's not.
Just like, is there anything wrong with wanting a woman? Longing for a woman?
No.
Like how the scriptures say a man would, when he has that, he would have a level of goodness that another man, not to compare, but if you don't have that goodness, I mean, other men are going to want that. I mean, that's just the nature of us in this flesh and just moving in general. You know, even when you look at the disciples, what did Peter say? What was Peter asking Yahawashi for him following after him? Let's get it actually. Is it
sit on his right throne?
I think it's Matthew 17. Now they did ask that, but obviously they were moving according to the carnal. But no,
Matthew 13.
I don't know off the top of my head, but what was Peter asking Yahawashi whenever he says, like, what will we get for following you? You remember?
I don't remember.
All right, let's go to Matthew 19 and 28. Let's start at 27.
At 27, okay. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall ye have therefore?
All right, stop.
And Yahawashi said,
Stop. So he's asking, like, what we're forsaking you. We're sacrificing these things. We're devoting our life to you and the things that are necessary to be seen as a faithful servant. So what is he basically saying for that? Like, when he asked the question, what is he basically asking or implying? What is on Peter's mind when he asked this?
What do we get in return?
Like, what's my reward?
Yeah.
Now, did Yahawashi rebuke him for saying that?
I would say he answered,
No, just yes or no. Did he rebuke him?
yes.
Where in this verse did he rebuke him?
I'm unsure.
Why'd you say yes?
I guess.
Yeah, because people have an inclination to think when you ask for something for what you're doing your works for, that it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, right? When you look at this verse, Yahawashi told him, Verily I say unto you that you have followed me in the regeneration. When a son of man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's answering his question, like, for you following me and sacrificing and doing what's necessary, I'm going to give you a throne of glory to be able to judge the 12 tribes of Israel. Yahweh's chosen nation, right? Keep reading verse 29.
And everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
So it says you will receive 100-fold. What does that mean?
Hundredfold?
Yeah.
I know it's a number more. Probably more.
So 100.
They're going to inherit everything.
Yeah, it's a way to numerize like an infinite amount of blessings, right? Because I mean, when you think of everlasting life, there's no limit to it. There's no number. There's no end to it. So he's basically saying, if you forsake what you forsake on this world, there will be no end to what the Father will give you in the kingdom, because it's never going to end, literally. But my point is this: Peter asked for something. Yahawashi says, "I will give it to you," right? If it's aligned with the will of the Father. So getting back all the way to the original point, we all have a longing and a want for a woman, but we understand ultimately we can't fully control what woman is going to come into our life, because when you're walking in the spirit, you don't have control if you're going to walk with a woman who's in alignment with not only just you, but with the Most High. Does that make sense?
Con.
But you still have a longing and a desire to be with a woman because you're just a man. That's how you were designed to be. So for the brothers who have a wife, great. There's plenty of scriptures in the Bible that speak about how to love your wife, how to, lead with authority, how to keep her in order, understanding your place, understanding what needs to be done on your end as a man to provide. But what about for the brothers who don't have a wife? What do they do?
They align themselves with the Most High.
Well, shouldn't the other man align himself with the Most High too?
Con.
So you're right. You're not wrong about what you're saying. But either man with or without a wife is gonna align himself with the Most High. But what I'm saying is,
that's what I was.
For what I'm saying is, for the man who doesn't have the woman, even though he wants it, what does he have to do?
Pray and desire for a woman.
Pray and desire for a woman.
Here,
we'll get this one. It's in the fruits of the Spirit. Go to Galatians 5. Let's go right here. You can
Isn't it like 5 and 26?
I mean, you can go down there, but we can start earlier.
Okay.
Go to Galatians 5 and let's start at 13.
13?
Yeah.
For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another.
All right, stop. So when it says you've been called unto liberty, what's liberty?
I don't know the exact definition, but freedom.
Freedom. So what did Yahawashi give us freedom from?
The curse of
the curse of the law, right? The curse of the law coming from you being condemned by not being able to follow the law in perfection and sin, right? So he says to use not that liberty for what?
Not for the occasion of the flesh.
So what's an occasion to the flesh? Give me an example. Women specifically, since that's what we're talking about. In what way?
And adultery or
fornication, moving of a lascivious spirit, unclean spirit, covetousness, jealousy, all of that. Because if you're under the liberty of Yahawashi HaMashiach, you have to understand that liberty of being under grace and make sure you're not falling into the aspects of the flesh. And you do that by love and serving one another, right? You can keep going, and then we'll get down to the main point, right? And I'll explain what I'm getting at. So you can read verse 14 and then go down to verse 16.
For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another. This I say, then walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
All right, stop. So if a man is desiring and wanting a woman in his life, is he fulfilling the lust of the flesh?
No.
He's not, right? Why not?
Because it's a desire
that the Most High has within all of us, right? If two things are meant to come together, the more you keep them apart, the more the desire is gonna want to come. That's just the nature of us. We can't fight that. You can't fight wanting to be with a woman, bro. And that's essentially what people are doing. They're fighting their nature to be with a woman, which is the Most High's complete design. The thing is, you have the attraction, you have the pull, but you have to learn how to understand the desire, but not to fulfill the lust of the flesh of that desire. And that's a very thin line between the two. Does that make sense? Read verse 17.
For for the flesh lusteth against the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
All right, let me stop you, right? So you're in contrary with the spirit, you're in a constant what?
Battle with the flesh.
So what do women bring?
Temptation.
Not just temptation, they bring love, they bring desire, but they also bring temptation. They also bring fulfillment of the flesh. They also bring fulfillment sexually. So a woman can bring all of the things, both that you're battling for in the spirit, but you're also battling within the flesh. Does that make sense?
All right, because there's two different types of women. A woman that is snares and I forgot what the other word was.
Snares and
and then
bands.
there's also a virtuous woman.
Well, not even just that, bro. Like the same woman can feed both of your desires as a man. If a woman is pretty, bro, and she's a virtuous woman, she can still feed your lust if that's what you're looking at her for. Right?
Con.
So it's even deeper than that. There are two types of women as far as their spirit, but I'm just speaking in regards to the role and the nature of a woman. She feeds into both aspects of your battle, the spirit and the lust. And it's really up to us to be able to discern and understand their spirit, so that way we know what we're actually feeding, because we're feeding our desire in one way or another. You're always feeding your desire when you're talking to a woman. It's just a matter of, are you feeding it? Let's go here. Let's go to Proverbs 5:15.
It says, drink waters out of your own cistern, and running waters out of your own well.
All right, stop. Now go up and go to verse 3.
It says, for the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smooth than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
Right. So you can stop. So this is talking about different types of waters. You have waters of a well of a strange woman, which may seem to satisfy you in a moment, but they leave you desiring and they leave you tempting and wanting more. And then you have waters out of your own well. This is the woman who is a refreshment, who quenches that desire, quenches that thirst that you want, so that way you can still continue to move forward and move according to the Lord's will. Because go down to verse you can keep reading, actually. Read verse 16 through 18.
It says, let your fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only your own, and not strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth.
Right. So this is the Lord giving you that blessing, giving you that favor, so that way you can find the woman who can, quote unquote, quench that thirst or quench that desire for goodness that the Most High initially intended for every man to be able to receive when he finds a woman. Read verse 19.
It says, let her be as a loving hind in pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy you at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love.
This is sex. Is sex bad?
No.
Is a woman's body bad?
No.
Is desiring a woman's body bad?
No.
If you do it in order, right? So when we go back to Galatians 5:22, the battle isn't suppressing your love for a woman. Brothers think, okay, I don't have a woman because women are wicked, I have to close myself off. I'm guilty of this. Y'all brothers know me. Y'all understand, my struggles and things. Is that many men feel they have to close themselves off from a woman, when again, how can you close off something that you were designed to move in unison? That doesn't make any sense, right?
Right.
So it's not about closing yourself off to woman. It's not about numbing yourself to woman. It's not about lying to yourself about the role of a woman and the importance of a woman. It's not hating the woman, because let's go right here. Let's go to Ephesians, where it says the man who hated the woman hated himself. Let's go to Ephesians 5:28 to 29.
And 29?
Chapter 5, verse 28 and verse 29.
All right. It says, so men ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loves his wife loves himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourishes it, and cherishes it, even as the Lord did the church.
All right, stop real quick. So love your wife as your own body. Do you love your bodies, Akim, or do you hate them?
Khan.
Khan, is that yes or no? Khan?
Khan, yes.
So what do you do to show your love for your body?
Well, you feed yourself well, you take care of yourself, you align yourself with the Most High, do everything.
What do you avoid putting into your body?
Toxins,
defilement.
You avoid defilement, yeah. Wicked, well, that comes out of you. I was gonna say wicked words.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah.
So that's how you love your body. So it's the same thing with a woman, right? Same thing. You pour into them, you cherish them, you protect them, make sure that they don't have any wickedness that comes within them, because you would love them the way you love yourself. Like, would I be your brother and I seen you fucking taking shrooms and DMT, bro, in front of me, and I knew it was gonna destroy you, or would I tell you like, hey, bro, don't put that shit in your body? Like, regardless if me and you are super close brothers or we're not even that well known, it's the same thing with a woman, bro. So essentially, bro, our actual role as men is to still show women love, because love is an act of the flesh or is it an act of the spirit?
The act of the spirit.
It's an act of the spirit, right? So essentially, you're not to hate your own flesh, because a woman is a reflection of your flesh, but you're supposed to move like this. Go back to Galatians 5 and 18. Read verse 17 again, and then read verse 18.
It says, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. But if you be led with the spirit, you are not under the law.
Right. So you got to be led by the spirit, crucify the flesh. Now we'll read through verse 18 through 21, but we're going to do it differently. Every time we read anything that can move or be associated with a woman, we're going to stop and break down what that looks like. All right, keep going.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness.
So it's pretty straightforward. What's adultery when it comes to the woman?
Having sex with another man's wife. Or,
not just having sex. What else? What do Yahawashi stipulate?
Lusting after another woman.
In your mind, right? Imagining yourself with that woman, allowing yourself to get caught up in the thought of being with that woman, which essentially just leads to you getting with them, because you don't just end up with a woman in your bed after you first see them. Like, there's a build up to it. So as a man, when you understand that a woman is with another man, you have to be able to separate and put those barriers not only from your body, but to guard your mind. As Proverbs 4 and 28 says, to guard your mind, to not allow things to come out of it, right? Now, what about fornication?
The abomination, same gender.
Right. So a woman, she's a lesbian. I mean, honestly, fornication is incest. It's bestiality. We all understand that. But in relation to the woman, it would be like incest. It would be like her being a lesbian, like all type of stuff, right? Uncleanliness and lasciviousness. What do y'all think that looks like? What's an unclean woman in the eyes of the Most High if you're dealing with her?
She deals with, deals with witchcraft, like tarot card reading. What do you call it?
I mean, yeah, it's true, but we're gonna get into that right below in the verse. So in this context, what's unclean? Like, what do you like? You can tell in the spirit. What's a woman who's clean and a woman who's unclean, bro?
Oh, somebody who's a girl who's a harlot.
A harlot,
stripper,
a stripper.
On the red light district.
Right. You know, the scripture even says, should you join your body with a harlot? I mean, I would put Paul's words over an elder or a brother who say that that's not the case. I mean, you can go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6. It blatantly tells you Because when you're aligned with your own body, again, do you want your body to be touching toxins? If you were in a fucking nuclear power plant, would you want to take off that hazmat and put your body close to the radiation?
No.
Why not?
Because you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. It's gonna lead you to uncleanliness. And we understand, according to 1 Corinthians, that Paul says that no unclean shall what? Yeah, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we can go there. Go to 1 Corinthians 6.
Let's see.
And then go down to verse 9. Now, it's not in this one. I think it's the other one. Do you know the other one, Dax, where he says, nor unclean shall enter into the kingdom? Actually, I can get the one in Revelation 21, actually.
I think it's in Galatians 5.
Yeah, I think it... Are you sure? Yeah, you might be right. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's not in Galatians 5. It's where he says, no unclean shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High. You know what I'm talking about? It's not the one in Corinthians, but it's another one that he had. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Where he was like, these shall not enter into the kingdom. Let me see. It's cool. I can't find it. We'll just skip through it. But we all understand the aspects of touching and being of things that are unclean is obviously going to take you away from the cleanse and the sanctification of dwelling with the Most High, because His Spirit dwells in your body. We all understand that. So dealing with unclean women is not going to lead you to the Spirit. I don't care how you like to twist the scripture and make it seem what it is. You can't have sexual harlots and strange thoughts on the street and think that your spirit is going to be cleaner in the eyes of the Most High than dealing with a woman who has a clean spirit alike unto yours, bro. I don't care how anybody looks at that. Now, lasciviousness. What does this look like?
Desiring something bad.
Would you say desires what?
Desiring something that you can't have.
Well, that would be. Wouldn't that be adultery? Or that's more of like that's more of like covetousness, I think.
Oh, okay.
It says unbridled lust, excess, lasciviousness, wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence.
So basically an uncontrollable lust. Like, there are guys who might have a good woman, but they can't control themselves. They don't know when to not have sex with her. They're smashing her on a Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? They're making themselves unclean because they're so sexually filled. That's where you get a lot of the aspects of porn. When you sexualize your mind, everything in your mind becomes associated with sex, an emotion, a feeling, a bond. Everything is associated with sex. I'm not saying sex is bad, but sex has a time and place. There's always a purpose. If something's in order, does it just happen all the time, or does it happen when it's supposed to happen?
Happens when it's supposed to happen.
So we have a desire and a want to, have sex with women, but we also have to understand that there's a time and a place, and that our function and our purpose is not just to go after our pleasures 24/7, but to keep it in a proper order. Does it make sense? You keep going. I mean, most of these are less about the woman, but we got idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation. Y'all brothers understand. I don't have to go through it. Wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they who do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahawah. Oh, you're right, Dax. I didn't read this last part. I'm tripping. I didn't see where it says they which do these things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So yeah, you're right. So, getting the key point of this lesson, the woman is meant to allow the man's life to be in goodness. Obviously, it's hard to find this woman. Most women are not going to align themselves with what we're looking for, but we have to prepare ourselves for it. And we also have to move according to the Spirit and understand that the desire is nothing wrong with it, but not allowing that desire to be morphed into a lustful desire that takes us away from the kingdom, right? So now that y'all understand that, going back to the original question I asked, if you're a man and you know that it's very hard to find a woman that is aligned with the Most High, that you are meant to be with, what do you have to do?
Wait, repeat the question.
If you're a brother aligned with the Most High and you want to find a woman that's aligned, but it's very hard to find it and you haven't found it yet, then what do you have to do?
One more time.
If you're a brother moving in the truth, you understand that finding the right woman that the Lord will show you favor is very hard to find, that the Most High has to give it to you, but you still have a desire and a want to be with the woman because that's in your innate design as a man. What do you have to do?
Go out there and find them.
You said what?
Have faith in the Most High. And
What'd you say, Dax? It's hard to hear you. You said go out there and find it?
Yeah, just go out and find it.
What the scripture says? Who can find it?
No, nobody. Or it's rare. It's rare.
But how do you find it?
You can't. It has to be given onto you.
It has to be given to you, right? So if you have a desire and a want and you don't have it and the Lord gives it to you, what do you have to do?
Rely on him to give it to you.
You have to wait, right?
Yeah.
You can't force something that the Lord is going to give to you, correct? That's my point. That's the whole point. You have to wait.
Yeah.
If the Lord is going to give you something, here, let's go back to Proverbs 6 and let's go to Proverbs 7 actually. We'll go to Proverbs chapter 7 and we'll go to verse 18. To read Proverbs 7 and 18 and verse 19. Stop after 19. Well, read verse 18 through 20.
It says, "Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him, and he will come home at the day appointed."
So first things first, on a deeper level, what is this proverb actually talking about? When you read from verse 1 all the way down.
Well, on the deeper core, it's associated with doctrine.
It is associated with doctrine, but who's the good man? And who's appointed to come back on a day?
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi, right? So as you said with a doctrine, when you understand good doctrine, because even when you said we will solace ourselves with loaves, that's loaves of bread. What's happening is they're trying to fulfill that feast, that lust, that need for love on their own timing because the good man is not here. He's going to come back at a certain time. Let me go ahead and try to find it the way that I need to find it so I can satisfy myself. And that's why this brother lacked understanding, because not only was she married, but he thought in his own mind there would be a way for him to satisfy his lust because he wouldn't get caught or he wouldn't get seen with it. But the point that I'm bringing this up is that that man, you being Yahawashi, will come at an appointed time and you have to wait for it. In the same way that you have to wait for Yahawashi because that's the ultimate what? Yahawashi returning back is the ultimate what?
The ultimate event.
Ultimate blessing, right? Ultimate is just the ultimate blessing, because when he returns, that's when those who receive everlasting life will receive which is the ultimate blessing that the Most High gave us. So you're waiting for an ultimate blessing. The same way, what is a virtuous woman to a man?
The biggest blessing.
It's one of the biggest blessings that you can have, right? So in the same way that you have to wait for Yahawashi to give you that blessing, what do you have to do if you don't have that woman that you want?
You have to wait until
the Most High gives it to you. And in order for him to give it to you, you need to do what? In order for somebody to give you something, you need to be able to what?
Be obedient.
But before, at a baser level, in order for somebody to give you something, you need to be able to what?
Be trusted with it.
To receive it. So a part of receiving it is, can you be trusted to maintain it? Are you prepared for it? Are you of the right mind state to have it? Are you aligning yourself with what I want? Are you being obedient? Which are all things that you brought up. So you're actually speaking on that. It's just, this is a level, those are like more in depth. But really you have to be able to receive it. If you pray to the Most High for something and he gives it to you and you're not able to receive it, what is he going to look at you as? He's going to think you didn't have enough understanding to even know what you're getting into. You were praying for all of these things and you weren't even prepared for it. And you wanted me to move on your time when his time is what?
Perfect.
It's perfect. So if you don't have the woman that you're wanting, but you desire it, what do you have to do?
You have to be ready for it.
You have to be ready for it and you have to sit with it. You have to be patient. You have to trust in his vision. Let's go to Proverbs 3 and 5. And we'll end it on that scripture. Read Proverbs 3 and 5 in verse all the way through 7.
It says, trust in Yahawah with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahawah and depart from evil.
So even in the aspect of what we're talking about, when you understand the woman that you want, the woman who's aligned with the Most High and how rare she is, the main thing you got to do is trust in the Most High that he will give her or multiple women to you. Don't lean on your own understanding like, okay, for me to get this woman, I need to be a cold player. I need to have $500,000. I need to be 200 pounds of muscle. I need to have all this game. I'm not sitting here saying those things can't help, but my whole point is the Most High could give it to you whether you had it or not, correct? Did Isaac need to be the richest man in fucking Babylon in order to get Rebecca?
No.
He had money. No. Abraham had money. Doesn't mean that that's what made them get the woman. It was just the Most High who gave it to him, right? So you have to acknowledge him in your path and stay focused on him and don't allow yourself to get wise in your own eyes. What does it mean to be wise in your own eyes?
Lean on thy own understanding.
Thinking that you know what's best for yourself. When essentially fearing the Most High and departing from evil is you staying on that path and trusting in him because he knows what's best for you before you even think of it. So going back to the main point, when you understand these things about the nature of a woman and you know how we are, our natures in relation to them, beautiful thing, amazing thing, but it's given unto the man when he's ready for it. And everything that doesn't align with that vision of what the Most High has for you, what do you have to do? What does verse 7 say? What do you have to do?
Verse 7.
We just read it in verse 7. Everything that doesn't align with the Most High and the vision he has for you, you have to what?
Be not wise in your own eyes.
Depart from it.
And depart from evil.
Depart from it, basically. So do y'all have any questions on that? Or do y'all have any thoughts or anything that you want to add in regards to that?
No.
No.
All right, come on. So with